Hello, Jadea.
Hello.
Do you care if I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Okay. How does working in a factory hinder children's and her learning ability?
Well, I believe that it stops them from their potential and what they can possibly do in the future as at such an early age they're working and they have this mentality that's stopped.
Okay. Do you think child labor is good or bad?
I think child labor is very bad as it stops the person from doing what they want to do in the future again.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, Mackenzie.
Hi, General.
How is your day going?
It's great, actually. Thank you.
Okay, I'm asking you a few questions about child labor.
Okay.
Okay. Do you think working in factories hinders children's learning ability?
I do indeed think that working in factories hinder children's learning ability because when they're forced to suffer like dangerous working conditions such as working in a factory, they don't get to experience a proper like education system and a proper education lifestyle. And they mostly when children start working in factories, they start working from ages from like 2 to 16, 17, 18. They don't get to really, they don't have time for school because everything is about working. So in third world countries such as India and Africa and places like that, kids start working in factories and they work for little pay, and the conditions that they work in are very dangerous and harmful, and so they don't have the time to go to school.
Okay.
And most of them can't read or anything, so it's all about working and it's all about making the little money that they can to survive.
Okay, I have one more question for you.
Of course.
Is child labor good or bad?
I think child labor is a very negative thing for kids to experience because they don't get that normal childhood that everybody else in America gets. Education is a privilege, and it's not a privilege that everybody receives around the world, especially in America, some places, but not all of them. So I feel like to succeed in life, you have to take education as your main priority, and for those who don't receive it, they often fail and have bad lives. So I think it's something that we need to end as a social justice issue, and that's been taking place throughout history, and I think it's something that we really need to take seriously, especially with our U.S. government.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, pick me up.
Hello, Tyra. Hi. I'm here to ask you a few questions if you want. Okay. So Jairo, question number 1 is, how do you feel about child labor? Child labor is a very interesting question that's going around right now. How I feel about child labor is child labor needs to be stopped because it can cause post-trauma to a child. It also can cause kids to not succeed in the future, if you know what I mean, not to get the job that they want, and not to go to the college that they want because they were in the factory so long not learning and not getting the good education as they should be. Another reason I feel that child labor should be stopped is because kids are in the factories working for low wages. They're not getting paid as much money as they need to. So they're not what they go to child labor, what they go in the factories is to get enough money to feed their families, and they're not getting the money that they need to feed their families. So I feel like child labor should be stopped.
So basically what John was saying is that child labor can affect kids mentally and physically.
Is your pay for the week? Is your pay for the week?
Is this all we get?
Take it or leave it. You want me to take it back? All right. Here you go. For the week? Yeah. You want me to take it back? I'm fine. Right there. Kids that age 5 to 17 work day and night just to get paid $1 per week. This needs to stop. It is ruining their education and impacting their future.
Excuse me, what's your name?
Chantal.
I have a question for you. What do child labor mainly occur?
Child labor mainly occur in Asia, Latin America, and Sub-Saharan.
Thank you.
Wait.
you know the certain percentages of those countries?
Yes, of course. In Asia, it's 114 million kids that work in child labor, which is 53%. In Latin America, there's 14 million, which is 7%. And in Sub-Sahara, there's 65 million, which is 30%.
Thank you.
Excuse me, we're from CNN. Can we ask you a few questions?
Yeah, sure.
First of all, how old are you?
I'm 7 years old.
7. What are you doing?
I'm doing my job, picking wheat.
How long have you been doing this?
Since I was about 5 years old.
What's the working conditions around here, man?
The working condition is very bad because the boss, he gave us very bad tools and I hurt my fingers a lot.
Okay. Do you have any time to go to school, learn education?
School? Well, what school?
Next question. You're freezing out here. You're really cold, shivering. What's up with that?
Yeah, I can't afford a jacket.
Okay. Thank you for so much. Back to you guys. So CNN. We're back from CNN, guys, and I want to ask one more question for the young lady here. How much do you get paid?
50 cents a week, but if I'm lucky, sometimes I get $1.50.
Alright, that's enough questions. She's a very good
Wait,
worker.
wait.
Stop asking me all these questions.
Wait,
Please,
sir,
she needs to get back to work. Stop.
I played the role of a child labor worker and I explained their perspective on it.
I played as the owner of the actual worker, and I did not want the CNN reporter to find out the undercover truth of child labor.
I was the CNN investigator and trying to find out the secrets behind child labor.